Mike Caroline, Governor Gina Raimondo tells me the state knew this was coming and they are prepared. She says simply washing your hands is a great way to prevent this virus from spreading. Rhode Island's first two presumptive coronavirus cases coming after a field trip to Europe. Monday, Governor Gina Raimondo tells me residents should not worry.
What our response is all about is collaboration, coordination, and communication. My message is let's not panic. Don't panic. Be prepared, be smart, reach out to us.
State health officials say 38 people from St. Raphael Academy were on the trip and are now back in Rhode Island, but say the risk remains low for Rhode Islanders. The Department of Health tells us the state is not seeing widespread community transmission.
The contacts of a contact are considered low risk. It's important to know we are being very aggressive and vigilant. It's important to know that symptoms is the key to the spread of illness.
The Department of Health says there are easy steps to take to keep you and your family healthy. Washing your hands often using soap and water, coughing or sneezing into your arm or tissue, and if you are feeling sick, stay home from work or school to monitor your symptoms. Raimondo tells me the state is working to ensure schools are clean and safe.
Last night we were on the phone with all of the school superintendents. We are in contact today again with teachers and with superintendents, making sure that teachers have the supplies they need. This is an evolving situation, so we're monitoring it and we'll take more steps as necessary.
And the Department of Health tells us another woman who also went on the school trip in her 30s is being tested and is showing symptoms. New at 6, hear from Congressman Cicilline about what is being done federally. For now, live in Providence, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.
We begin tonight at 6 with in-depth coverage of concerns about the coronavirus.
And here's what we know so far at 6. We're still awaiting the test results for a third person from the Rhode Island Department of Health following the first two presumptive cases announced yesterday. All were part of a trip that recently returned from Italy. A fourth test came back negative. The state says they have monitored 66 other people who traveled, but the governor says the overall risk to the public remains low.
We knew this was coming and we're prepared. We weren't at all surprised. We've been preparing for weeks. And secondly, I would say our systems are working.
Nationwide, officials say there have been 6 deaths, all in Washington state. Officials there say 4 of those deaths were from the same nursing home. The U.S. Surgeon General says people should exercise caution but should not panic.
Meanwhile, stocks bounced back from last week's losses. The Dow posted its largest single-day gain ever as investors hoped central banks would take measures to protect the global economy. Today, new cases in China dropped to their lowest level in 6 weeks. Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Schaefer picks up our team coverage now live with what Rhode Island's congressional delegation is saying tonight. Brittany?
Well, Mike Caroline, local legislators tell me they want to stay ahead of this virus before it becomes a bigger issue in Rhode Island. Now they're heading down to Washington, D.C. to bring back more funding.
This is a rapidly evolving epidemic and something you have to take very seriously.
Congressman David Cicilline says the coronavirus is very concerning with 2 presumptive confirmed cases in Rhode Island. Now he is pushing the federal government to do more to fight back.
It will include resources for state and local public health agencies, acceleration of vaccine development, obviously additional funding for the CDC. It will also include assistance for small business through the SBA for small businesses that are being affected.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse also responding to the cases in the Ocean State.
We're trying to make sure that the federal response is adequate. They started with way too little funding and an inability to explain where the funding they asked for was going to go. As they negotiate the funding, we're forcing them to make clear exactly where they're going to spend money, and it's kind of driving, it seems to me, their planning a little bit. So that's been I think a good process.
And the Department of Health tells us they were testing another woman and she was showing symptoms. Those results were expected back today. We'll bring you the very latest as it becomes available. For now, live in Providence, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.